Okay, maybe we are. Are we broadcasting? It's giving me red, yellow light. Oh, there it goes green. Okay. I think we're broadcasting. I hope that we're broadcasting. Hi guys, this is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. This is your monthly Tarotscope for October of 2020 for those in the sign of Capricorn. So if you have a sun, moon, or rising in the sign of Capricorn or heavily placed planets in the sign of Capricorn, you may want to watch this. If you are, enamored with a Capricorn or stalking or cross-watching for a Capricorn, feel free to watch this. This is a broad spectrum reading to give insight into what Capricorns might be experiencing in the month of October. So you will have to figure out where this reading best applies into your life and your situations. Take what you need and leave the rest kind of thing. If anything doesn't make sense or it doesn't sort of resonate with you, that's completely fine. You may have planets that are heavily placed in other signs that, might be having you working on something different. So there's nothing wrong there. Just roll with it. Any decisions you make after having watched this video in your real day-to-day life are your responsibility, keeping that in mind as you go through the month of October. That is your responsibility. And that's it. Thank you for everybody that tunes in and watches. Those of you that are new, welcome. Those of you that are returning, welcome back. And those of you that are working on Patreon, thank you so very, very much. So, this first deck that I'm working with is from Witchwood Oracle, and it is the Witches, I think it's called the Witches Oracle? What's the name of it? God damn it, what's the name of it? The Witches Oracle. Can you, do that elsewhere, not underneath the desk? Can you, go rub your choo-choo somewhere else? Alright, so let's see here. I do have a chat window up if you guys are chatting amongst yourselves. I cannot see it because I want to pay attention to the reading. So I'm not ignoring you, but feel free to comment and like the video if you feel so inclined. But this is the Witchwood Oracle's Witches Oracle, which I chose to use for, hold on, I'm going to move the dog because she's just driving me. Part of the reason why I say that is that this spiderweb seems to cover a large area of this oval here. It feels like no matter which way we go, there's not many options. We're kind of going to have to face this head on. I kind of, if I'm being really honest, I don't get a really good feeling from this card. This feels content to me, right? Even though that spiderweb feels annoying, this feels like you guys are handling the month of October practically, grounded, our ends are getting met or our needs are getting met. We might even be able to be of assistance to others, be able to help others. And overall, when I look at this woman, she's sort of in all of this finery, right? I feel like my Capricorns are going to be feeling good, right? We'll be feeling attractive. We'll be feeling I don't know if proud is the right word, but I feel like there's this sort of sense of self-confidence, maybe is a good word, but not in a big way, right? It just is sort of in a nice way. Oh shit, I gotta stop this, guys. I'm getting a call. Sorry, I'll be back. Oh, I can't take it right now. Hold on one second, let me just message them. There. Can I call you later? Okay, so I just sort of feel like this is about us feeling good and also exuding that good feeling. It's not over the top, don't get me wrong. The 6 is sort of, to me, feels a little bit more balanced, a little bit more moderate, a little bit just the self-appreciation there is there, and our ability to not only provide for ourselves but possibly for others is also there. So let me get into the next card. This is the Foundation card. This card tells me a bit about sort of where things are at from the past that are kind of opening the door for everything to be in, sorry, that call threw me off. What opened the door for everything to be the way that it is today. This also can be the memory of this card that sometimes is driving the force behind what's going on in the month of October. It can also be the memory of this card that can be what everything is built upon, so it holds things in place. All right, so this is the Ace of Cups. I love this card. This is one of the most beautiful cards in this deck. I love the singular angel. I love this dove flying over its head. The Ace of Cups to me is always about this abundance of emotions. The singularity of the ace to me speaks to being like emotionally sound, set, love, calm, peace. And this being in the foundation space makes me think about the fact that my Capricorns might have been feeling quite good in the past, right? Feeling quite centered, quite aware of where you want to go, how you want to be, how you want to move forward, feeling in control, feeling just sort of like emotionally connected to oneself, aware of what one needs, maybe some new expectations or new sort of emotional like experiences or revelations have come about, and we're talking about in the past, right? But the beauty of this card is the aces always represent kind of new beginnings to me, and this sort of being in this foundation space says to me that my Capricorns might be working on something rather lovely, or heading towards something rather lovely, because this Ace of Cups being in this foundation space, the memory of it being what sort of pushes you forward. And then we have this Six of Pentacles in the center, which is this sort of self-appreciative, charitable, kind, like gratitude-based energy. These two cards kind of speak nicely to October might be a month where we're actually sort of pursuing things that bring about peace, harmony, balance in our life, and I'm not only just like financially, but also emotionally, right? I kind of feel like with this Ace of Cups, there was some sort of realization, emotional realization that maybe happened in the past that really opened up the doors or the floodgates for us to sort of figure out where we want to be, how we want to be, where we, like almost maybe redefining ourselves in our world and how we want to operate within our world. That's what brings in this Six of Pentacles, this energy of feeling sort of like connected in a very loving and sort of caring kind of charitable way, having enough, being appreciative of everything we have. Does that make sense? I hope it does. This next card is the Higher Self card. It tells me a bit about where your higher self is at, what your higher self is focused on, and what it wants in all of this. Hello, Knight of Pentacles. All right, I love the Knight of Pentacles because it is also, again, earth energy. He's a slow bitch this month. This Knight of Pentacles. He's methodical. He is Capricorn energy. He is like, no, you can't move me. I would say he's actually probably a little bit more Taurus than Capricorn, but a very close second would be the Capricorn energy. This is about understanding and appreciating our groundedness, our methodicalness, our what's the word? Like our ability to create in a practical manner, our ability to sort of do the right thing at the right time, our ability, although it may be slow moving, right? You know, but sometimes patience is a virtue, is kind of what I'm hearing. And I also sort of see this as I'm looking at these three cards together, right? We have this beautiful, like, you know, sort of charitable Six of Pentacles energy happening. We have this Knight of Pentacles up here, which is teaching us that like when we're grounded, when we're steady, when we pay attention, when we like, you know, do one thing right in front of the other, and we like put practical application to it, we can sort of achieve anything. Down here we have this beautiful Ace of Pentacles, which is this, Ace of Cups, which is this sort of inspired, emotionally connected, love-based kind of drive that's happening underneath it all. I think that this is a really beautiful, sort of centered, grounded month for you guys, where whatever work you put into, whatever feelings you put into it, whatever pure sort of emotion you put into everything that you do, and if it's based in love, in harmony, in sort of what's the word? Not self-respect, but in sort of belief in oneself, it's gonna like sort of pay off in droves. And it's interesting because none of these cards seem to connect to the spiderweb to me yet, which this is the first that this has happened with any of the readings. I kind of feel like this spider web, which I do still feel like is a sticky situation as I look at this, because I don't feel stickiness here, but what I do feel like with this higher self, with this Knight of Pentacles up here, is it's telling me if you do find yourself in something that's sticky or painful, annoying, whatever, this spider web, move slowly. Be methodical. Do the noble right thing. Treat them with kindness. Treat them with respect. Treat them with charity. Remember sort of the emotional well-being that is intrinsic and deep within you, and keep that as your sort of forefront guide through this month. If you find yourself involved in some sort of sticky situations, these things are going to be the things that are going to carry you through this month without this sort of being all of that major, right, in your life. Does that make sense? So the next two cards are the outside influences. These are things that affect us from the outside. They can be people, sometimes events, sometimes belief systems or energies that could be having an effect on you during the month of October. So let's see what they are. So one is the Knave of Chalices. So knaves tend to be younger men. They don't have to be specifically actual people, but they can be. They tend to be younger men, usually of the water sign variety. So we're talking Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. The Knave of Chalices to me is about an opportunity. If it's not an actual person outside of you, right? To me, this is opportunities that are coming at you, or experiences that are coming at you that are going to teach you certain things emotionally. And that might be the spiderweb energy, right? Where we get caught into something and our first Capricornian action might be to want to get disgruntled, pissed off, annoyed. But when I see these three cards through the center, it's no, no, no. These situations are here to teach you. The knave is not always the brightest bulb in the box, right? He's young, he needs to learn, he's here to teach, he's here to sort of expose himself or expose you through kind of awkward situations, or maybe situations that aren't very well planned out. They don't necessarily fit with your Capricorn planned out Knight of Pentacles higher self energy. Maybe they're a little messy, they're a little bit emotive, but this Ace of Cups down here speaks to the idea that you have this awareness of your emotional self, you have this clarity and this singularity of purpose, you have this sort of out-of-the-box thinking around your emotions that you've had in the past that you can also use to sort of help maybe educate some of these situations, right, that cause... I don't get distinct distress from this knave, right? But it could be, maybe emotionally taxing, a little bit annoying, a little bit whatever. Knaves always bring lessons or learning with them, right? So Capricorn is maybe going to be tested by, let's just say, as an example, emotionally stunted people in the month of October. That would be this knave energy. That could be this spider web where it's sort of sticky, annoying. We're dealing with things we don't want. But these three cards through the center speak to Capricorn actually taking the higher road, being more practical, being, you're good at that, right? That's part of your sign. That's part of your, your own internal earthbound magic, is to kind of channel that sort of steady-paced, loving, kind aspect of yourself to move yourself through anything that might be bothersome or tying you up. The other thing, this web would slow you down. This Knight of Pentacles also speaks to the idea that even if we're going slow, we're still making strides, and that's also a reminder from your higher self too, is that you can move slowly and still be getting where you want to go. So have faith in that too. The other outside influence, wow, is the Ace of Pentacles. Two aces, guys, and they're complementary. We have water and earth, which are the complementary two signs of one another, or two elements of one another. The Ace of Pentacles, again, it's always new beginnings, it's opportunities for new business, it's opportunities for new financial growth, it's opportunities for new, I feel like, to be honest, this Ace of Pentacles feels like this is something that's coming to us because we have this Six of Pentacles and this Knight of Pentacles in our higher space. It's because we're being respectful of others, because we're putting sort of good, charitable, balanced, aspects of ourselves out into the world in a kind way. I feel like this Ace of Pentacles could be coming at us to sort of reward us for that, or give us new opportunities where we can maybe make more, create more, so that we can maybe give more or share more. I also like that we have the knave. To me, it almost feels like this knave and this angel are kind of interconnected too. Like, as we grow this angel, right, or this ace, this is the foundation, right? This is what's underneath. There's this maybe desire to learn more about ourselves emotionally, or where we fit in the world emotionally, to find more, even more so, connection to that emotional inner peace, right, that is down here driving all of this. This knave is here as a like a friendly reminder, as a friendly annoying challenge to maybe teach us or push us a little bit, ever so slightly, to see how we react. But if we react from a place of sort of love, grounded, sort of peaceful attitude, right? That's sort of also that Knight of Pentacles, and we're cautious or careful about how we do it or how we move forward, we will sort of gain more of kind of what we see down here in this Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Cups, and also the gifts that this Ace of Pentacles wants to bring in, which is new opportunities, new material wealth, possibly new relationships or friendships, partnerships, business relationships that could benefit us in very big ways. It will be something that comes in the month of October, and it may not necessarily be fully clear until, say, November or December, as it starts to really take fruit and show itself to you. Does that make sense? But you're all the better prepared for it, and all very, very ready for it, because you've moved methodically, carefully, slowly, using your sort of practical awareness or intelligence to kind of handle it in such a way, not only what's the word, like materially, but also emotionally, with this ace down here in the foundation, right? The goal here is this sort of higher emotional connection to whatever it is that we're doing, whatever it is that we're trying to achieve, whatever it is that we're trying to work towards. We're really sort of channeling that this month, hopefully, and sticking tight to that, right? Now, this last card is what I call the potential outcomes for the month of October. This is not necessarily set in stone. It just sort of tells me a little bit about where sort of most of the Capricorns may end up by the month's end. It gives me a little insight into sort of how the energy is flowing at the end of the month. This is not set in stone by any means. If this is something that's negative, we can use it as a warning to make choices and changes throughout the month to affect the outcome, and this card does not have to come to pass. But if this card is something that's positive, we can take heart in the fact that we're naturally heading towards it, and that nothing major needs to be changed to achieve it. So let's see what it is. Beautiful. So this is the High Priestess. She is the symbol of Pisces, right? She's also one of the pillar cards of the major arcana. The High Priestess can be secrets, and I kind of feel like she somewhat ties into this spider web, which we'll get into that in a moment. I feel like there is a practicality and a beautiful aspect to these three cards that are happening here. There's this Ace of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. There's a truth, there's an honesty, there's a practicality going on. By month's end, some secrets could become revealed through this High Priestess. They could be rather significant. That could be something. This is necessarily a bad thing. I think that she's shedding light onto things. I think that she can be a highly psychic, intuitive, powerful card. She's there to show us our more subconscious self, or things that we need to know or that we maybe otherwise weren't aware of. She holds secrets and is willing to share them. For some of my Capricorns, this could be you guys making realizations about your own selves or your own situations that empowers you to sort of move forward, but you may need to keep those awarenesses or earnings to yourself, or kind of move forward with them sort of quietly. That would be the sort of secret, or kind to others, and to also maintain our own emotional well-being, right? That we maybe have to sort of shoulder or keep hidden by month's end, but it will empower us. It will give us a greater awareness, a greater understanding, a greater intuition about how to move forward, right? The High Priestess, she knows what she's doing. She's aware of sort of all that goes on around her, even aware at levels that others aren't, right? And so I think that Capricorn has an opportunity to gain that awareness this month, You might have to walk through a few spider webs to get there, but that's okay. Just keep kind of being your good, solid, honest, reputable selves as you go through it, and allow yourself to sort of learn and kind of take notes or notate sort of what's going on, because by the end of the month you're going to have awarenesses or secrets will be revealed that will ultimately empower you and aid you heading into the months to come. I hope that wasn't too esoteric, Capricorn, but that's kind of how it feels for me. That is your forecast for the month of October. I'd be interested in hearing how your guys' month plays out. Please leave me a comment and let me know if any of this made sense, or leave me a comment and tell me, it made no sense whatsoever. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Go and if you're watching on YouTube, please go over and follow my business page on Facebook, and vice versa. If you're watching on Facebook, do the same and go and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And I look forward to seeing you guys next month. Every day I do a daily forecast. You can tune in with me in the mornings. That's always available to you. And if you have any questions about personal readings, please direct them to my Facebook business page. All right, thank you, Capricorn, and have a great October, you guys. Bye-bye.